Continuing on the Dokkan concept streak, we're going to be talking about a Mega Man.exe card that's coming in from our guy Stoic. But before I go and read Stoic's card, send me Dokkan concepts over to bhdevcustomcards@gmail.com so I get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. I'm getting all these recent Dokkan concepts out of the way. So Stoic says, "What's up, Dev? I'm back again for another custom card. It's another Mega Man Battle Network card. The video you made on my base cross Mega Man card review was pretty sick. So I'm sure you're going to find this next card pretty amazing too. I'll probably just stick to Battle Network cards since it's good to have some crossover variety. This and Dragon Ball Legends 2. With that being said, hope you have a look at hub style Mega Man.exe and have a nice day ahead. So my reading has been pretty bad lately. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, and I woke up pretty early this morning. So if my reading is bad and I do fumble, I am sorry. And for the second part of the email, it just says updated card. So of course I clicked on the updated card because obviously, I'm just now getting around to this, and this was sent 2 days later for this email. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and read it. This is an older email, I will go ahead and say that, but the updated card was sent 2 days away from where it was first sent, right, for the first message. So with that being said, this card, I skimmed through it a little bit, and I gotta go ahead and turn off my camera just for this because it is like a little slideshow. This card is very, very, very dope. I'm not even gonna lie. I skimmed through it, and I thought it was pretty cool. I can't even front. Spoiler alert, he's a slot one. I mean, bro. And its stats are ridiculous. So Dokkan X Mega Man Battle Network crossover. I remember playing this game on my Game Boy, and I loved this game so much. It was so much fun. Okay, he's a Carnival LR. Unmatched power of full synchro Mega Man.exe hub style. And of course, the little art right here is pretty nice. And his SSR, his TUR to his LR. Shout out to the person that made this art. And then the LR are as shown. This is pretty cool. I do like the SSR art. That is really cool. Yeah. The TUR to LR is pretty solid. And then the LR art is just quite good. Could you imagine like the little animation of his hand just generating the beam? That is just so clean. Okay, so with that being shown, let me just say this: his leader skill is broken. His 200% leader skill, of course, he gives 4 key with it. 200% to stats goes to siblings bond, bond of parent child, and full power. So take a look at it. Just right off rip, it has every single one of the 10th year LRs. We don't even have to continue scrolling. Like I already spoiled, this card is a slot 1, and practically all of these guys are slot 2s. Yeah, everybody here is practically slot 2s. Yeah, at the start, right? Yeah. So, this guy being a slot 1 is helpful for each and every one of these guys. So with that being said, I mean, of course you do have... No, it's just at the start, yeah. We're not even gonna like say not. We're not gonna say like fully built up, blah blah blah. No, at the start, all these guys are like slot 2s. Yes, I mean technically this guy could dodge, but still he takes an attack. It could hurt before he attacks, but still, we're not gonna make no special like thing for each of these cards. At the start, these guys are sitting inside the second slot, so this guy's going to be a great help for them. Should we even like scroll through this 200% leader skill? I mean, bro, everything's here. I mean, Stoic, you knew what you were doing when you picked all 3 of these 200% leader skills, and it has a ton of super easy A's on here. Like we just go ahead and just showcase it for the video. We do have Texel. We do have let me just keep scrolling. Oh my god, Texel, Tech Beerus. We have physical full power Frieza, Ajo Super Saiyan 3 Goku, STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Bro, it's categories. This category combination is pretty damn strong. And then the stats: 55%. 22k attack and 21k defense, and Rainbow 25k attack and 24k defense. Like, huh? Come on. Now, here's where we get to the unique part of the card. So, for each and every one of his super attacks, like he has special activation conditions. Like for example, we're gonna start here. His super attack, that being Heat Guts, Blazing Assault. He greatly stacks attack and defense. He gets what else? He gets 100% more damage dealt to Tech, Extreme Tech, and Super Tech enemies. He also greatly lowers attack and defense, and he also disables enemy guard. But the activation condition, he has to get 1 or more STR key spheres, and he has like the little thing right over here, which is pretty cool. So like if you get that 1 STR key sphere, then it activates this little like thing on the screen, I would like to assume, right? Like he changes into like this specific thing, like Heat Guts, Blazing Assault. This is cool. All right, and then move over here. Yes, for the next one, the next super attack, that being Aqua Custom Mega Death Burst. But, I mean, that's a tongue twister. Inside of this one, this side of the super attack effects, he's massively stacking attack. He gets 50% defense in one turn. He's an AoE. He does increased damage to STR, Extreme STR, and Super STR by 100%. Like, for example, like back here where he does 100% more to tech, extreme tech, and super tech. I'll just say tech. I'll just say tech enemies in general. So he'll do more damage to tech enemies in general. But for this activation condition, oh, by the way, he guarantees stuns for 3 turns for all enemies. This activation condition, he has to get 1 or more AGL key spheres, and then so on, so forth. This is fire. So depending on what key sphere you get is what super attack effects you get. We're just going to go ahead and read all of them, and we'll talk about which one's the strongest ones. Probably going to be the 18 key super, of course, but, you know, yeah. That's if he has 18 key super. I'm not sure. We're going to get to it in a moment. But yeah, for this part of his super attack effects, when he collects that AGL key sphere, this is pretty damn good, obviously. Massive stack and attack, 50% defense 1 turn. He's AoE, and he also deals increased damage to STR enemies in general, and also has guaranteed stun for 3 turns. And for his first one, where he collects the STR key sphere, he's doing increased damage to tech enemies, and I've already read this, so let's just go and continue on, right? Now, when he gets 1 or more physical key spheres, he gets the Elect Team Zap Ring Barrage. He gets 50% attack defense for 1 turn. He just does colossal damage to enemies, so no AoE or anything. And he raises allies' attack and defense by 50% for what? Raises allies' attack and defense by 50% for 4 turns. 50% attack and defense for 4 turns. And he gives all allies 4 key for the turn. And he, of course, does 100% more damage to AGL enemies and stuns all. He's not even a fucking AoE. God. Brother. Okay. And of course he gets the little like physical, you know, little get up, like the little yellow stuff right here, the little yellow gear, you let so to say, and then the blue gear right over here for him just getting the key sphere. So whatever key sphere typing he gets is the little gear changing armor stuff that he gets for his character. That's really cool. Could you imagine collecting key spheres and like it changes to like this inside of like the little portrait? That is so cool, bro. Okay. Anyways, when getting 1 or more tech key spheres, he gets the Wood Shield Gaia combo, 50% attack for 1 turn, massively stacks defense, does colossal damage to enemy, and delays target enemy's attack for 1 turn, and he does 100% more damage to physical characters. Okay, and then we get on over to the 18 key super, which I'm going to assume like a combination of all these guys. Massively stacking attack and defense, med colossal damage to all enemies, and raises all allies' attack and defense by 50% for 4 turns. Delays target enemies' attack for 4 turns! And 100% more damage dealt to all enemies. So, of course, 18 key super is easily the strongest one! But what the fuck? Yo, imagine this, right? So, we're not even gonna get to the passive yet. Between all of the type, like, orb collecting things, I would probably have to say getting the physical key sphere is the strongest one. Like, let's say you get the 18 key super off, you give all of this support for 4 turns, you're delaying the enemy's attack for 4 turns, and of course he's doing that increased damage. You get that physical key sphere, and you're giving much more support. That's 100% attack and defense for 4 whole turns while you're giving 4 key to the entire rotation for that 1 turn. That is crazy while stunning the enemy. Granted, the enemy could be stunned, like in this situation. That's nasty, bro. Not to say that getting AGL key sphere isn't like good. Not to say that getting all the other ones is bad, but the best one has to be easily the physical one. Has to be. I mean, mastery stacking defense is cool, right? Let's say that you want to go ahead and just prioritize stacking defense. I mean, it wouldn't really matter because he's mastery stacking attack and defense anyways. Who cares? The physical one is the strongest one because giving 100% attack and defense for 4 turns, if you're running double of this guy, you are going to be giving 100% attack and defense back to back to back each time this guy comes on rotation. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? What the fuck? Brother, I do want to make a quick comment. I love the design where whichever key sphere he obtains, it gives like a different super attack animation. I'm gonna assume that this is like a super attack animation. This is the animation right here. Of course, this is the animation. This is the animation. This is the animation. And then this would be him in his portrait getting his low gear and changing to that, right? Once he gets that low key sphere. That is, I love the design of this. This is so cool. This is just cool as hell. Anyways, let's go on over to the passive. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Wait, let me read that little message that's right over there. That's right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and highlight it. Suppose you're running LR Tech fusing Super Gogeta. Starting out with slot 1 and Rainbow Orb changing, if you swap places with Mega Man, who's in slot 2, and bring him to the first slot, it's only then he will change key sphere columns to one color of each column after Mega Man is done collecting, or if he swaps again. The key sphere positions will revert to the same formation that fusing Super Gogeta made. Interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and read what this passive is looking like. I'm going to assume that the passive is super strong. I mean... let me make sure it looks good on the screen. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. It does look pretty tiny. Can I just zoom in? I could just zoom in. I want it to fit on the screen though. Okay, let me do this. It's fine. Yeah, that shows everything. Nothing's getting cut off. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so passive skill. True power of the Hikari brothers, I think that's how you say it. Activates the interest animation once only, and 4 key and 200% attack and defense for all allies. Yo. and activates a barrier that absorbs up to 10% of maximum HP as damage when there are at least 2 bond of parent and child or siblings bond category allies on the team upon these characters' entry turn, bro. This is what we're starting with. Yo, Stoic. Do keep in mind, this card gets physical key spheres, and he's giving up to 100% attack and defense for 4 turns, with that 4 key within the same rotation. So if you just add all that up, right, you get those physical key spheres, and this card does this 18 key super into its 12 key super with the physical key sphere obtained. This card is going to be giving with this interest animation support buff. And also, let me also say again that there is no turn restriction on this. So with there being no turn restriction on this card combined, and we haven't even read the whole entire card yet, but combined for right now, we haven't read the card yet. This card right now, just off of the basis of its interest animation buff, is giving 8 key and 300% attack and defense from support, combined from its super attack effects to its interest animation buff passive. And we've only read the interest animation buff passive so far, so I don't even know if there's more support in here. And then you get a fucking barrier. And then the activation condition for the interest animation buff is easy as hell. Oh boy, yo. And then next up, he starts out with 4 key, 200% attack and defense, and guard. Oh, do keep in mind he gets his own support. It's not self-excluded. He has unrestricted 80% damage reduction, nullifies damage received from normal attacks. Like, what does that even mean? Guard with 80% damage reduction and 400% attack and defense with 8 key at the start of turn for himself, bro. What are we talking about here? With a barrier! With a fucking barrier! 3 key, 100% attack and defense, and a 20% chance to crit, and launches an additional super attack up to 4 additional attacks within a turn per key sphere obtained. It's just wow. And plus additional 3 key and 100% attack and defense of performing a super attack. Wow. Changes key spheres of each column to a certain type when this character is selected to obtain key spheres. Key spheres changes made by allies will be recovered after this character obtains key spheres, or if this character switches attacking slot. That's super unique, and I do like that. So when he obtains those key spheres, it reverts back on over to the key spheres created by the previous character. That is just wow. And all allies get 2 key and 40% attack and defense where key sphere obtained, self-excluded. Oh, but we'll make this self-excluded. Stoic, my brother. So let's say you get 5 whole key spheres. So that would be 40, 80, 40, 80, 120. That would be 160 and 200%. So he gets 5 key spheres, and that's 200% attack and defense. Bro, like, this fucking card gets 5 key spheres, and that's 200% attack for the entire rotation. Just for that rotation. As well as key. So that would be 10 key and 200% attack and defense. What are we talking about here? Wow. So, bro. Alright, let's continue reading. Nullifies unarmed key blasts and physical super attacks right there. This character if one or more tech key spheres are obtained. Okay. And cancels all enemies' immunities to negative status effects and launches a guaranteed 18 key super when key is 24. So it should be fairly easy for him to get to that key because guess what, guys? He gets, what's that? He creates his own orbs. He creates a whole damn row of orbs for himself. He has 3 key right up here when supering. He gets 3 key when getting a key sphere obtained right over here. 3 key per, bro. I overlooked the fact that this fucker gets 3 key. Well, you get 3 key per key sphere obtained. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Survives KO attacks if HP is above 1. Yo. Why do we need that? He's not dying. Bro, he's not dying! He's not dying! Brother! Guard. 80% damage reduction. Nullifies damage from normal attacks. He gets key, attack and defense, crit chance, and up to 4+ supers. Per key sphere obtained. Attack and defense above his pass to super attack effect. He's a stacker. Creates his own line of orbs. Gives ridiculous support. Nullifies super attacks where he just collects a key sphere. He removes immunities and does a guaranteed 18 key super. Like, what are we on about? He can give up to 300% attack and defense and support. You add that on top of that. This card, if you really think about it, he creates that line of key spheres, and you guys know how we were talking about this card giving up to 8 key and what's that, 300% attack and defense from his support. He collects those 5 key spheres for the rotation, and you bump that shit up to what's that? That's 10 key because you get those 5 key spheres, and that would be 10 key because of course 5 times 2 is 10. So that'd be 10 key spheres. 10 key spheres in there. Okay, so with all his support combined from his super attack effects to his passive, this card has the potential to give 18 key and 500% attack and defense to all allies within the turn. And do keep in mind, you have a double of him on the team and on each rotation. So he's going to be giving 18 key and 500% attack and defense back to back to back to back, bro. With guard, 80% damage reduction, key, attack and defense, and crit chance from getting key spheres, and that's easy for him because he creates a whole damn column of key spheres himself. No, I'm done talking. I'm done talking about this character. And then he just takes no damage from normals, just 0 damage from normals, and then just like, what? You can nullify, bro. Let me see what he gets from getting a tech key sphere again. You know what's crazy? You don't even have to get the tech key sphere, so we can just go ahead and completely negate this. We don't care about this. We don't. But bro, he's not taking damage. Oh boy. And his active skill, that being Shimmering Soul, raises attack by 200% temporarily, causes super ultimate damage to enemy, directs enemy attacks toward this character for 4 turns, cancels and nullifies negative stacks effects for all allies for the rest of the battle. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, what are we talking about here? Can't be activated from 4th turn for start of battle, or if this character has performed 5 or more attacks in battle once only. In this link set, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 links. Oh my god. Isn't there usually just 7 for LRs? He has 10 links. So he has Prepare for Battle, Unbreakable Bond, Infighter, All in the Family, Legendary Power, Over in a Flash, Strength and Unity, Brainy Hacks, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. So Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, just great links already that he has. All in the Family, great defensive link to have. Categories, Full Power, Battle of Wits, and just so on and so forth. I mean, you guys can see the categories, bro. This active skill, bro. This fucking oh lord. Okay, so we understand why this card is so damn strong. All right, we've pretty much gone through the process of this card. W card. Did I showed off the leader skill? I did show off the leader skill. Okay, so everything about this card is just perfect. Ridiculously strong stats. Of course, it's a side team card, so everything's gonna be just perfect about it. Just stats ridiculously high. Leader skill, crazy strong. I mean, unique super attack, you know, setup. I think this is pretty cool. Unique super attack setup. But like his passive is just, this is just ridiculous. Is he stronger than the Bass card or just base card? Probably. I don't remember how strong that card was, but I'm going to assume that that card was pretty damn strong. I believe he was. That's it. Yeah, we're just gonna leave this up on the screen. Send me Dokkan concepts over to bhchefcustomcards@gmail.com so I get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. While I'm getting all these recent Dokkan concepts out the raid, bro. This is the type of cards I get sent. This is just, you know, this is just another day in office for me. Yo, Stoic, thank you for sending your custom card. I have a Discord server, link is down below in the description for you guys to join today. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and that is all. Holy hell, this card is strong. Peace.